do not pay attention to that timer. I still haven't figured out how to set it up to the time I want it. But welcome to another Kendo Tips channel stream. My name is Jose. I am a Jondan in Kendo, and today we are going to talk or watch some Keiko and give our opinions about it. So, okay, let me get myself set up over here. Want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Let me see. Okay, let me just check the sound here on the stream. Okay. So, just for fun, I put a little survey on the chat, and I kind of want to know what's your opinion, what's your thought on it. What do you do, Kendo? You do it for the ippon, for the beer, or for the ramen? I think I think I know the answer to that, but Kendo, just want to know what people say. So you can vote. You can vote there. Just kind of want to give a little bit of time for people to kind of join in, hop in, and say hello. So if you're here, please comment and let me know that you're here so I can say hi. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We'll appreciate that. Lately, I've been seeing more people watching my videos. I'm very happy about that because obviously I kind of want to spread Kendo around, and hopefully my videos are useful. If you have any questions or suggestions, please always let me know. I answer very quickly through Instagram and here. So feel free to anytime just drop your recommendation. I don't know if you can hear, let me see if I can hear music behind my stream. Okay, music should be coming up soon. Fernando, ¿qué más? ¿Cómo está la cosa? ¿Cómo está Texas? How's Texas? And Joel, you do Kendo for the ippon. Okay, one of the good ones. I like that. I like that. Okay, let me see what's the contrast between the music and my voice. Okay. Okay, yeah, got the music going. I thought the music was going from my past few streams, and some people said that they couldn't hear the music. So I was like, okay, so right now what I do is like I have an iPad with my stream on it, so I can like monitor it, and hopefully now it'll be a little bit more fun. Fernando, okay, so I always try, I kind of have a little bit of news first. I know there's a lot of people asking me about making videos in Spanish, so I'm going to make a stream dedicated to Spanish the other week, and I'm also going to post videos specifically on Kendo in Spanish. So, but there's going to be separate to my regular videos. I'm trying to get into the rhythm where I do a stream on Sundays at 3:30 p.m. and I do a video Thursday or Friday. So I've been trying for Thursday, but this past 2 weeks been Friday just because I kind of got a little bit held back on some of the videos. So today I wanted to do some Mitori Geiko. I know in some of my previous videos and even the streams I mentioned that I like to watch practices, but today is going to be Shiai. So what I did is I picked up a video that's high school Shiai and another one that's college Shiai. So I'm kind of want to like watch a little bit of both, or maybe the whole thing, we'll see, and compare a little bit about what differences we see from high school and university Kendo in Japan, obviously, and kind of like how the differences apply to us, like how, you know, what elements do we have outside of Japan and what elements do we want to have, so that way we improve our Kendo. So your comments are always welcome. Please bring them in. So yeah, Fernando, I know that a lot of people in South America, they want to get more content. Unfortunately, we don't even have that much content in English, but even less in Spanish. So I kind of want to dedicate, I mean, I can do it. I speak both languages fluently, so I I kind of want to give a little bit back to that community. I do have a little bit of, I guess, an unboxing to be done today. I got a little gift, and I kind of wanted to share that with you. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I have a little bit of a cold, so if I cough, whatever, sorry. I don't have corona, just so you know. So yeah, so okay, so we have a few people on the stream. If you're here, you haven't said hello, please say hello so I know you're there. And I want to share a little bit of an unboxing for today. I didn't have this plan, but I got it today, and I think it's just only fair I share it with you. I'm going to make a video specifically on some of the stuff that's in here, but I got a package from Ibogu. Now, I know I have a gift in here because this looks like a sword, and I did not order a sword on my last order. So let's see what we got here. Also, they told me they were gonna give me a gift, so I really don't know what it is. Okay. Which, by the way, I am going to say this. Since Amazon Prime became Amazon Prime, where you can get like the 2-day shipping and like, you know, I always wanted someone to do Prime shipping for Kendo things. Ibogu is doing that right now. So I'll put a link on the description below, and actually you can go through, yeah, you can just look Ibogu. I think you'll probably find it, but they have shinais on Amazon Prime. So I think that's on point. I'm not getting paid to say any of this, but I really think that's on point. So what do we got here? Okay. Fernando, any dojo that you can practice in there? How far are you from Houston? So I know you're in Texas, but I don't know how far you are from Houston. I have very good friends in Houston. Actually, one of Todaka's friend is actually there right now. Okay, I kind of seen what the surprise is. I kind of want to show you first what I ordered, rather than what they sent me. Joel, synthetic Bokuto for $10. What, like? Tell me more. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Oh, Fernando, you're 3.5 hours away from it. Well, you can make it a field trip, but do me a favor. Send me a text with your location, so I'll look it up, and I'll ask my people from Texas to tell me to hook you up with that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I couldn't resist. I ordered a tiny shinai. I saw that on the website, and I literally could not resist. I mean, I saw it in their Instagram account that they posted it, and when I saw the picture, I was like, no, that's too much. I need to have one of these. Oh, Joel. Okay, so I guess you do Kendo for the beer. I like that. No judgment here. I'm glad you're joining our stream. So, okay, tiny shinai. I don't know how I'm going to use it. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I just know I needed to have this. And if I'm not mistaken, you can also order one through Amazon. And if you can't, I'll let them know that they need to put this on Amazon, so you get this in 2 days. This is just too cool. No, Joel, don't be sorry. Not at all. I'm glad you're here. And I mean, I think the best Kendo talks happen in the second dojo. You know, when you go out with the senseis and you have some beers and you're having fun. I think that's where the best Kendo talks happen. Maybe I should title the streams like second dojo and just have beer in the stream. Would I get? Would YouTube like cancel my stream if I start having beer in the stream? I don't know. So, oh my god, but like you're not gonna tell me that this is not super cool. Okay. Don't worry, I didn't just buy a little shinai. I bought something else. This was just like an excuse. Alright, let's see. So look at this thing. It's like so cool. I mean, I guess I can do even like, you know, one shinai. Okay. I like this. I like this. If you didn't know this, if you like to remove the strings of the shinai without having to cut them, you can just make it where they're loose. Grab one of them like this. I don't know if you see that. And just like pull out, and it should come out without you having to cut it. Quick little Kendo tip right there. Okay, I'll take care of this later. The second thing I order. Let's see if it's this. No, it's not that. Yeah, Fernando, I do Kendo so I can get more ramen. That's like literally my motto. I should make a shirt with that. Oh, yes. Okay, betting $10 on that. My man, you are correct. I can't find, yeah, the thing keeps moving to the other side of the box. The things that I order. Okay. Perfect. Yes, you were right, Joel. It was synthetic Bokuto. I will talk a little bit about it in a second, but I do want to see this urgently. Okay, this is the second package that I order. The second thing that I order, and because I keep saying it, that I feel that I see more hope on going back to the dojo soon. I order some of the screen protectors, the face protectors for your men. So I will be making a video on using these. I think I'll be able to put on my Bogo this week, no, next week. So I'll probably do that video then. Also with my recommendations for like face masks. If you didn't check them already, I haven't made the order, I haven't actually gotten mine, but there's a thing that you can put under your mask to avoid it like sticking to your face, so you can actually do Keiko and breathe better than if you were like, you know, because the problem with the masks is that they get wet and they'll go towards your face, and that's not pleasant. So anyways, Joel, you were completely correct. I did get a synthetic Bokuto with a saya. Now, they recently added this item to their wait, let me pull myself together. My guess is that they send you synthetic Bokuto. Okay, so yes, you were correct. I owe you $10. How about when I see you, I'll buy you ramen or beer, whichever. So you gotta tell me where you are, and when I'm by your city, I'll pass by and practice at your dojo. Okay, so again, as I said, they just added these items to their store, and I'm gonna make a mess here. I'll fix it later. So they want me to check these out because I think that they are so cool what they're doing with this. I think they're appealing to more than just Kendo people. And okay, I'll see you at the WKC. I'll be there whenever they bring it back. But yeah, I'll be there. Okay, so first impressions on this sword. I like the fact that it kind of looks like a sword. I wouldn't use this for test. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the like? I don't know if you can see that it looks like a like an actual sword, like the sharpness of a sword. I'm going to say this, like, it's sturdy. It is very sturdy, like very. Why can't I speak? It's very sturdy, right? Like this thing feels solid. It's flexible though, but it feels like. Granted, it doesn't feel like if I were to hit you with this rather than a Bokuto, I don't think it will do as much damage. So I think it's perfect maybe like if you're doing like choreographies and stuff like that. That being said, let me just give it a swing, see what. don't know if you can hear like the and it's actually pretty cool. I will check it out. Let me just take a picture real quick and okay. How do I kind of don't want to take a. Okay, so you know what? I'll take care of that later. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I'll make a video more about it after I play a little bit more with it and see what kind of uses as a kendoka I can have with it. These are pretty cool. It even has like the handle looking like an actual sword, so it's actually pretty cool. You can go check them out. Hi Rexa, ¿cómo estás? Espero que me entiendas en inglés. Si no, me preguntas cualquier cosa. But anyways, I guess I'm gonna keep my little shinai. We can go into start watching some Kendo videos. How about that? Would you guys like that? I'm going to say, please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps the growth. And I think because many of you have been subscribing lately, I've been getting a lot more views on my channel, which is very, very motivating. So please keep it up. Anyways, I wanted to show you some Kendo videos. As I said towards the beginning, some high school Shiai and some college Shiai. So maybe we can see some of the differences and like some of the things that maybe we can adapt for ourselves and just make ourselves better. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, anytime, feel free to drop it in the chat box over there. Okay, let's see. So, okay, you can see me well. Very good. Okay, so this is a tournament from Fukuoka. The channel that I picked it up from is Hobby-Channel 2. You can see it. I think you can see it down there in the stream. But main thing, I want to make sure that I give credit to the people that actually posted these videos. I don't think I can hear. Yeah, I won't be able to hear, but I'll be able to watch. But you guys should be able to hear. Let me see. Oh. Okay. That man. Okay, that's one of my favorite. If you've been watching my videos, if you've been watching especially my Instagram, you will know that that's one of my favorite waza. The Banaman. It's just for me. It just hits different. Let me just put it that way. Um, when am I, Ben? When am I going to Carolinas? I love to practice with you. If you come by, um, be on my team if you come for a tournament. Ben, you gotta let me know what tournaments you're going to because as soon as tournaments are up, I want to be there. Let me know when your dojo is open. I've been thinking of taking maybe like a road trip. Just go to places and let me know like what measures you're taking for like returning to practice. I've been quarantining myself. I pretty much just come to the office. I order my food at home and I, try to stay away from people in order so as soon as I come back to the dojo, I will be able to. So yeah, let me know when your dojo opens. Okay, so one thing that I'm just gonna share with you this. Let me see if I can see it. I can play this on the stream real quick. Yes. Okay. One thing I like to do when I'm studying ippons in kendo is that I try to get away from the upper body. I try to look at the feet first and try to guess who's going to make the ippon just on the feet. I think that helped me a lot improve my footwork. So yeah, like it's something that has helped me a lot. Just be more aware of how to use my feet in order to get to approach an ippon. So let me break that down. Let me rewind there for a second. So we know by now that the person on the left is going to get the ippon. So let me see what he does there. Okay, so okay, let me just rewind that a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna watch the whole thing. We're probably gonna go to another video, but look at that. He gets to a point where he anchors himself, so he doesn't back down. That other person is already stepping forward. Now, this is something that I think Nishimura does very well, where he kind of steps in and it makes you think that he's going to step down, but he just keeps going with it. And I think that's exactly what this Kenshi did. He kind of stepped forward to put his presence, and then he saw that the Shinai was down. He had the opening for the ippon and went for it, and boom, got the ippon. So let's watch it again, but with the whole body. There. Yeah, I think that's a great way to come in for a man. Yeah. One thing that I've been watching lately on Shiai, even throughout from high school all the way to like police tournaments, is that dip of the tip right before coming in. I naturally do that a lot too, but I think that like a lot of people do that without knowing that they're doing it, and that creates an opening. I think you have to be very careful because that moment, both Kenshi did the same thing, and like one of them did it a little bit better, and that's why, like if you look at it, one of them like both of them dipped the tip, but the Kenshi on the left kind of like did it. I don't know how to even express my opinion on that. He dipped the tip and he came under the Shinai and took the center from that motion, right? Sorry, when I said before, I said the person on the left did the ippon. It was the person on the right. My bad. I just realized that. Let's see. Yeah, like that dip. You see, like the Kenshi on the right. He does the dip down and come up forward. It's just great. Dale, Fernando, nos estamos viendo. Cuídate. Ben, one of my dojos in Greensboro, South Carolina is currently open. We wear masks under our men, but that's about it. Okay, well, yeah, that's actually good. And yes, I think Fernando, what you said about Bihara Sensei's footwork, that's very similar too. I'm glad you noticed that. Okay, let's keep going with this video. Let's keep going with some of the stuff. That blocking. Okay, you see that blocking where he does like that. I mostly seen that type of blocking on high school, and I know that when I was in Japan, there was talk about how that could also be a hansoku. So like, if the person does it too much, like approaching too much like that, they can give him hansoku for that. You see that obviously on like police shiai and like the way they approach it. But one thing that I noticed that I think happens is that the person, when they do this, they kind of like put the tip towards the opponent. So let me get this other shinai real quick. Instead of coming in like this, they kind of like come in with the shinai kind of forward. And most waza that comes after that is like some type of kaeshi for like the men or even the kote. And I think that's one of the big differences between someone that, you know, is lower level and higher level. They're more present forward. Yep, Fernando, that's right. He presses forward and then comes in for that man if he had a sensei. Oof. Okay, that was a close man. Ooh, that's gonna suck. Like being like the time go off right when he was having a good presence. Okay, so there's an ad. Let's not give money to ad people. I'm just kidding. but I don't want to make it boring for you. So this other video that I did, that I picked up, it's college. So this one's from Let's Kendo, and let's see a little bit of a difference between some maybe of the ippon and the way they approach Kendo versus the high school. Let me pause the high school one. Okay, let's watch this. I like the ippon omnibus. Ooh, that was nice. Okay, so that was a very nice key. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but here they're so close. Okay, because high school and college, you don't know like maybe the difference in age, because you can be a freshman and you can be a senior in high school and a freshman in college. Maybe there's going to be very similar. Um, so I think we're a little bit too early to engage right now, but that ski, I think it shows a little bit more maturity than just going for other wasakas. Normally, that's a very risky technique if you don't know what you're doing. And just the way he approached it, look at that. Hold on. I'm sorry I cannot download this video, so I'm slowing down for you, because that will be ideal, but I'm still, I don't think I can download a YouTube video. I don't know. So, like, he goes under the shinai and then above. And that's one of the things that I like to study a lot, is like how they approach the opponent. Ooh, that hiki man. Like, okay, you see, like, those hiki men, I'm gonna tell you that, like, they come from anywhere, and that they're so good at those. Oh, okay, sorry. The lights go off. I use those men. That was a very risky kote, but he had it. That's okay. That's one of the things that I always try to, whenever people ask me about Degote, like, what's the best way to approach Degote? And for me is that you have to kind of like already gauge the person to come in for men, and knowing when they're coming for men, and try to get that kote before they extend the hands, because when they extend the hands, it's very difficult to get that kote. And look what he did. Like, he was able to catch it up at that point when his hands were extended, but the angle is completely different. I know Sensei will tell me like, yeah, this is bad kote, right? Because like you're shifting so much. That shows the adaptation. But when the person stretches the man, you have to adapt at that point, and you have to approach it a little bit different. So a very risky technique, but that was very good. Okay, Joel, thank you very much. I can slow down the videos from the settings. So, oh, look at that, playback speed. Okay, good looking out. Thank you. I will do that for the next Ippon. Oh, okay. Ah, shoot, I pressed the next video. Okay, hold on, because I know exactly where I was. Right there. Let's slow it down. Okay, just 0.75. That should be enough. So, okay, we know that red got the ippon, right? Yes, red got the ippon. And obviously this is a hard angle to see it, but coming in, like, look how they're like testing each other, right? Red put let me put a little bit slower. On that one, red put a little bit pressure forward, and then kind of like white was a little bit behind, like he kind of like backed off a little bit there. And then like it's important to take advantage of those moments. So last week when I shared that video on some of the at-home trainings, and how The sensei in the video was explaining that you need to know Mushin, kind of like no mind, have nothing in your mind. That's a perfect example. I think if he would have come with the intention of saying, okay, I'm going to do this technique, he would have not been able to take that technique. So the best advice I gotten in order to do that is to kind of like come in, like be conscious of what you are doing to make the opening, but do not think of what was that you want to do. Just let your body take over, right? Don't get in the way of your body. Just try to come in, be conscious of what you're doing to come in and to like approach your opponent, but your body should take over and just like it's. I think it's really hard to explain for me, but okay, let's go back to high school. Let's see what some of the differences we see here. Oh, nice man, nice man. Hold on. We can slow it down. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, he's getting to the distance. I like this that he gets into the distance and he anchors himself before going forward. Okay, so again, this is kind of what I was talking about before of like taking that step, making you think that that's where you're going to rest to take a second step and take an advantage. You see, like right there, he gets to a spot, and I'm guessing that White thought that that was the moment where he was going to bring his left foot forward to adjust, and Red just kind of took over of that moment of advancing and just took that point. Bam. And I think that makes a great point. What observations do you have on what difference do you see between high school and college? I can tell you not only for I mean, let me know in the comments so we can have a discussion about this, but I can tell you for myself one thing that I noticed, and I'm starting to see it here. I just don't want to be biased, so that's kind of what I want to say it out loud. Uh, there's a lot of more approaches towards your opponent. Like you're gonna say maybe even a little bit careless approaches, right? They're trying to put pressure on the opponent, but it's they a lot of times they come in a little bit too close without being ready for the attack or without even having an opening. What I like that they do with that training, I think that that's very good, especially at that age, because you want to. I think that when you, especially with kids and with us too, you want to train yourself to not go back. Once you go forward, you want to try to keep the pressure forward and forward and forward. Uh, so I think that they're doing that very good. But when you go to the college, they take a little bit of a more, I'm gonna say more calm approach, right? Like it's like they trying to play with the time that they have to fight. Let's see. Let's go back to regular speed. Okay, well that was short lived. Let me go back to half speed. Okay, so if you see that stepping forward from Red, it's a little bit shallow, a little bit shorter than the steps we've been seeing on the high school kendo. Now, let's see how White took that ippon. Again, I'm looking at the feet first, and the first thing I see is that he kind of tricked him, and he was going backwards, and then I wouldn't even say tricked him, but he was going backwards, but he anchored himself, and instead of taking that next step back, he just bam go forward and took that ippon. I think that's great practice because we're breaking this down here, right? Like we're taking the time to break it down, but this is something that in a tournament, like it's split moment decisions that you have to make. So And again, it has to be your own body that does it. You cannot even think about those things. What happened here was that he took 2 steps back, and then when he was 2 or 3 steps back, right? But when he was gonna take the next one, instead of taking a full step back, he kind of just went a little bit back, anchored, and pushed forward. He was kind of like drawing him in. Did I say that right? Okay. So he was kind of like bringing him in, like making him come, and then like when he was taking that step, he just caught him right off guard, bam. Because granted, Red could see that he was coming forward, but at that point he kind of already made the mistake of going a little bit too close for him, and he was just fast enough to get the ippon. I don't know. What do you think? Am I making stuff up? Okay, get my little Shina again. See, get ready for the next ippon. Oh, nice kote. So this is something. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that in a second. Okay. White is holding his ground. That's the first thing I noticed. He kind of like starts coming, putting pressure and holding his ground. But a lot of times, when we let me just, and Rexa, if you're still there, this is kind of what I was talking about on Saturday about the angle of the Shinai being the same angle, being parallel to the Shinai. So this is something that I actually I was specifically explained, and I think it works great. So I'm gonna share that with you. Is that when you're hitting kote, a lot of times. I just realized I need 2 little shinai so I can explain this. But anyway, so a lot of times when people are trying to hit the kote, they kind of try to make up for the fact that the kote is right here or the shinai is right there. So they try to go perpendicular to the shinai, but you should go parallel, right? And in the sense that that's going to give you the best angle to actually hit the kote, the cushion of the kote, right? So in this example, the person kind of went like this, and if you notice, he goes into a circle, and then he goes out this way, parallel to a shinai. If he would have aimed perpendicular, most likely he would have hit outside of the kote, right? So for me, it makes it easier to do that motion to to think about that parallel of the shinai, because even though I see the shinai maybe moving this way, all I have to do is just follow the shinai and just hit it on that same angle. So watch it again. Damn, right there. That's great. That's great practice. That's great bones. Okay, go back to high school. Let's go back to regular speed. You see a lot of like coming in, and like okay, the timer went off, I think. But you see, I see that a lot where the Kenshi kind of like closes in the distance a lot without even like what's the word? like just going in forward. And a lot of times it kind of becomes a little bit of luck and also preparation that you may have with like Rensoku Waza. So if you're ready to do many techniques at once, then you'll be able probably to defend yourself. So that's why I think like they come in a stalemate a lot when they do those approaches. But that's very dangerous to do, I guess, on that, with someone that knows Kendo a little bit better, or it has a little bit better kind of like control. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Thank you for letting me know those great clips. I always try to look for interesting videos. So, okay, this is a perfect example. A little bit of difference between university and high school. You see, here they're both approaching. They're not stepping back. They're kind of like putting pressure. And when he had the opening, he took him, right? But it didn't immediately go to Subasariat. Let's see again. Bam. Oh, that's nice Kaishido. Nice Kaishido. Okay, quick little, I guess, quiz or whatever. Question just for you. When does the Fumikomi in Kaeshido happen for you? Or how's your footwork during Kaeshido? That's something that I kind of, I get a little bit of mixed answers. So, yeah, like, let me know how does the footwork work for you with Kaeshido? I'm just going to tell you mine, and it's that the kick and tie goes more for me with the left leg rather than the right leg, because I wouldn't even say I do fumikomi because I'm actually in the middle of stepping forward when I'm receiving, but my right foot is going forward when I'm receiving the kaeshi, and then when I hit, and left leg is pushing. So that's kind of like, it looks, to me, I guess it looks more like when you're doing suburi, where you bring the left leg together at the moment of impact. Same thing for me for the kaeshido, like my left leg kind of comes forward when I'm hitting that do. So I don't know. Let me know how does it work for you. How does Kaishido works for you? More college Kendo. Let's go. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay, that that was fun. I learned to do something like this. I think when I was Nidan, I seen a Yondan do it, and I was like, you know what? That I kind of want to do that. It's kind of like you hook the shinai under the person and pull up, and for someone that might not be ready or don't know about that, that is definitely a big surprise. You didn't learn that from me though. Like, you didn't learn that. That's a fun wasa. That's fun. Okay, let's see the next one. Oh, okay. That I do that a lot, I think, especially during Keiko. And it's funny because when I do this in tournaments, it's like I know I'm about to do it and it happens. Okay? So white on this, I think is white. Yeah, white on this one, I think had a great approach right there. Boom, but right there, he fell asleep. Right now, he doesn't know if he should go back, should go forward, and then, bam, he gets hit. You know, and this is something I guess I can share because I studied that on myself a lot, and it's like, you see this, it's like his weight is on the left foot. Okay, I don't know if you've seen the video that I made on how to do kamae, but you need to have most of your weight on your left foot, right? But you should have your weight on the left foot with the intention of going forward. So your body feels almost like it's falling forward. But here, maybe it's my impression, but here he he kind of looks like he's holding his weight on the left foot and on the way back. What that does is that it makes it harder for you to move anywhere, forward or backwards. That makes it harder for you to move regardless. So, Joel, let me see. You don't use Fumikomi when do Kayashido in Ito or Nito? Oh, yeah, you do Nito, right? So, now that I think about it, I don't really even think about the feet for KKTI for that particular waza, Yostai Sabaki. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So like, uh, for me, it's like that. I'm not doing really Fumikomi. I'm kind of like moving my foot forward, and then the left foot comes in together with my body when in the moment of impact. So is that what you're trying to say? Like, is that what happens for you? So like, how do I explain this? Because I know for Kaeshido, you really don't want to do that that Fumikomi, but you want to pull yourself forward. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm saying, but yeah. So like, is that more or less like? Because I definitely don't do Fumikomi when I'm doing Kaeshido. It's more of what you said, Taisabaki. I want to get out um, with power from the attack of my opponent. Um, Okay, well, thank you, Esho. Anytime you can go back and see the stream, please. If you haven't subscribed, I'm starting to sound like a broken record. I'm sorry, but yeah, but thank you for the support, and I'll keep posting more videos on Kendo. So stay tuned. Okay, let's keep going. Uh, I like this very much, and this is something that for me when I was in Japan, it was it was like what's the word for that? Like it was really emphasized. Is the fact that you need to do small steps. You need to use your small steps. So here, like that kote, after the first step, he does the semeashi, like the first step to approach the opponent, and then right there is a very tiny step for that kote. Um, and he was able to come in closer. Obviously, he didn't get the kote right. It happens. Now let's watch the red for the ippon. He comes in. Okay. Now you see for red, he has to do even a smaller step in order to get that, because obviously the person is coming, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people miss the Gashira men, because they kind of throw their body too forward, too far. So instead of hitting the man here, they probably hit it here, and by that time it's kind of a little bit too late, and the possibility of someone else hitting another hit on you are high. So yeah, small steps, Fumikomi, strong Fumikomi with small step, I think is crucial. Crucial if you want to be competitive. Alright, let's watch. Oh shoot, I guess I kept this video playing. Okay, so this is high school, still Fukuoka, right? Let's watch a little bit more of high school Kendo. You see, a lot of it is like they come in with a lot of energy. They come in a lot, come in a lot. Yeah, don't get cocky. See, a lot of it is they just come in. I'm gonna have a little bit of show off moment, but I actually practiced at that venue. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I can tell you this. I feel that White had a little bit more, maybe little bit of more confidence in standing his ground. Uh, Red kept coming with that energy, and obviously at one point, um, it paid off. And I think that happens a lot to me too. It happens a lot that I'm trying to stay confident. I'm trying to like keep my opponent at bay, and the person keeps going forward. But you gotta understand something, that the more someone attack you, if they're good, they're also learning to what is it that you're doing against your attack. On the other hand, when you're attacking someone, you also gotta understand that that person is also reading your habits. So it kind of becomes a fight of wits at that point. You're trying to figure out what's the pattern. I think maybe if White would have been a little bit more proactive, changing his pace a little bit, it probably throw him off, and then messed up with like Red's confidence and make him mess up. But yeah. Okay. Let's go back to high school. I mean college.
Never ask a woman
Kendo.
if you want her to sleep with you, become your girlfriend, or see you as anything more than just a friend.
Next point.
As men, it sounds totally innocent to us, but when a woman hears this 5-word question escape your lips,
By the way, someone recommended me for me to do this type of views, like watching practices and kind of like breaking them down and talked about it. I'm sorry because I don't remember who it was, but I think it's a great thing to do, especially right now that we don't have the dojo as often, and especially we don't go to competition. I think taking the time to watch Kendo and learning from it, I think it's essential, especially for us that we don't have as much diversity in our dojos as they do in Japan.
Something you said, something you should have said but didn't. And I'm sure you'd love to know what you're
Nice,
doing wrong,
Ote.
but you can never find out what you're doing wrong because she never gets back to you. Maybe you've
Again, I
tried
think the
asking
biggest
more questions, taking the lead, or
difference
working on your game and trying to improve your
on
confidence, only to go through the same
high
work
school
cycle,
and
getting your
college
hopes up, and then
Kendo,
pulling
it's
your
that.
hair
It's
out
like
in
they have a little bit more
frustration
control when
she
they
sends
step
you one more
forward, when like
text,
they're doing their
loses
semi.
interest, and disappears.
Hmm.
Listen, if any
Good
of
on.
that sounds familiar to you, it may be because you asked her this 5-word question. And if you're still not sure what the question is, and you want to be 100% certain you do, then I want you to pause YouTube for a minute and go watch the special presentation
Oh,
for men only
nice.
at the link you see on
Okay,
the
this
screen
is
right
maybe
now.
something that I
By
can
the
do
way,
one
my name
day.
is Andrew
Just like
Ryan.
sit
I'm an
down
Amazon
analyzing.
bestselling
Oh, I
author,
know,
body language expert,
Joel, you
and
mentioned
dating
right that you do
consultant
Nito.
for over 1 million men around the
So
world.
I
And in
think
this
maybe
special
like taking the
video,
time to
after you
do
find out
like
what this
Jordan
awesome
and
5-word
Nito
question is, you'll
videos. I think
discover
they'll
a
be
simple
a very good
scientific secret that can turn a woman on and make her chase
exercise,
you and even
to
obsess over
practice, to
you, while
learn
thinking
about
it's
how
100%
to
her idea.
how to
So
fight
instead of
against them.
fizzling out and losing
How's
her
your
after a few
command?
messages or a
What
few
what are you
days,
thinking
now
about when
she's
you're
texting you nonstop
or what are
and
you
asking
keeping
if
in
you're free
mind
for a date tonight,
when you're
where
doing
she can
command
come
against
over and
Jordan?
watch a movie in bed with you. And instead of boring, logical
Or
conversations that go
another
nowhere
question
but
that I
confusion,
had
now
to
she's hitting
players
on you, touching you, and
in
making it
Japan, and I kind of
painfully
want to know
obvious
the
she
answer
wants to sleep with
from
you.
people here. But like,
In fact, when you
how
follow
is
my
your
instructions to the
communication
letter, many
with,
girls will
if
even
you're a
make a
Jordan
movie
player?
photo
How's your
shoot. A few
communication
guys have
with
already told me that the
someone
first 5 minutes
if
of
you're
this
not
video
touching the
was the
source?
most
What
eye-opening and
what tools are you
refreshing story
using
they've
in
seen
order to
all
get
year.
feedback from the person?
Click the link on your screen to watch it now and see if it can help you too.
Oh, the ad is playing
You'll
in the
also hear my
background. My
outrageous true
bad.
story
What
about
is it?
dating in 2020 that
Oh
reveals
shoot.
why
Okay,
girls play
okay.
games
My
and
bad.
use intro.
I need to mute this. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm still I'm still working this out. Um okay, I don't know what the ad was cuz I cannot hear it. That's why I just let it roll. So, my bad. Artistry. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Oh, man. Like, I'm going to tell you this. I I am a Chudan player, right? And I always, when I see Chudan and Jodan, um, I always want to see Chudan win. Not necessarily because I do Chudan, but I feel that, okay, let me clarify. outside of Japan. Whenever I see in a competition like here in US, for example, I see that a lot of people that lose against Jordan is because they don't have the experience to fight against Jordan. So they don't really know what is it they're doing. So when I see like a fight like that, I'm always kind of like secretly rooting for the Jordan player, because like I'm like, okay, adapt, right? Like figure it out. Like in the moment, it doesn't get any more real for me. Like for me, a big thing that upsets me when I don't do well in a Shiai is not necessarily that I got score on, but it's that I wasn't able to adapt to something different. Because, for example, like I noticed this when I think I was like a Shodan, that I know I have a big lack of knowledge when it comes to fighting different styles and different people. Because obviously, I guess maybe one day I'll tell you how I got from Nokyu to Sandan, because that's what I'm referring to. But anyways, I know I have a big gap between knowing how to fight against different styles, and I always made it a point for me trying to be mindful of how to adapt to different people, how to like change my kendo in order to adapt, still making it my kendo. So yeah, that's what I. Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much for letting me know about the ad. That was hilarious. Yeah, we don't want to give ad publicity to people that are just like sneaking into the stream. Oh, that Katsugi man. Okay, okay. This is kind of like very interesting. You know what? Thank you for letting me know that I can do this in like zero point 0.5, like change the speed, because I pick up the things way faster. I don't have to like rewatch them. But that Katsugi man from White, look at this. So Katsugi man is a very, very, very risky technique against someone that is giving you a lot of pressure. Because if red would have been a little bit more, okay, sorry, like, okay, if red would have been a little bit more present forward, I think he would have been able to do Degote a little bit easier, right? But you have to know that the person needs to be kind of like in a retreating mode in order to come in with a Katsugi man. Yeah, you see, and then I love that because I do that too, right? I get like the head bop right there, and it's like at that point it's like, okay, he went in, let me try to avoid it, but nope. Just quick little thing about Katsugi. For me, I think Katsugi Wasa makes it's so it makes it good. What makes it good is the fact that like you're messing up with the perception of distance, because you're bringing the sword in at the same time you're stepping forward, and then you're throwing the sword further than what it was when the person first left the touching of the shinai. So it kind of like confuses people a lot, I think, if you know how to do it. Okay, I'm just gonna make a little pause here because I think this is very good example and how to be in Super Serie I. A lot of people I notice that they want to. Number one, they use it for resting, and you know when they're using it for resting because their upper body is kind of leaning towards the other person, so they're kind of holding themselves on it. And sometimes it's not that they're resting, but they kind of feel that to put pressure, they need to go forward. One way that I was shown to hold the suicide is that all the holding should be done with the left hand. Again, this is just one way. This is not the only way. So if you do it differently, don't feel bad or anything like that. But I found this one very interesting. Is where like you're holding the opponent's shinai with just your left hand, and your right hand is there to support to guide the shinai, but it should be relaxed. So whenever you're going back, it will be easier for your hand to change the angles if you need it to be, or just to give a little bit of extra power. But if you're tense with both hands, then it makes it harder for you to do any type of waza fast. So yeah, what do you think? How do you approach Subaseriai to do hikiwaza? Yeah, you see, like that's red. And it's interesting because at this point, like he has the Shinai like pretty much right there to hit, and then he just takes the Hikiman. Oh, nice, very nice. Let me watch that one again real quick. Those are like that's prime example of adapting yourself to an angle. Oh, let me watch that one again. I mean, yeah, I guess you can say yes, Yoko Man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What I find that interesting, like we're watching this half speed, but judges are watching that like on the spot, and they pick that up like that. Oh, nice. Okay, again, like that's my favorite technique to practice, to execute, to watch. It's just like, bam. Okay, one thing that right when this whole thing started with the thing with the virus started, I was in California and I was training at Ariga Sensei's dojo. And one thing that I noticed for myself, and well, he told me too, and like a lot of people, it made me realize the fact that a lot of times when I feel like I'm being challenged on that I man, maybe sometimes I throw a little bit to the side. So I was working more on to just always staying on that center, and a lot of times that's well yeah most of the time that's not beneficial. You have to come in with confidence. So I think this waza it's one that's prime to show that you're confident, because even if we both go the same way, maybe we clash against each other and then we show that we have good confidence. But if you go onto the side, then you're likely, maybe you will get it by luck, but someone that has a very strong center will come in and just take your man. No question asked. Oh, or God, just bought you just bought a new bogo from Mariga Sensei. Awesome. Which one did you buy? I know he came out when I was there. He was talking to me about how he didn't have at that point full orisashi kote, but now I seen that he put him in the store. But which one did you buy? Let me know. Like I'm curious because I'm looking to see some of the differences that he's offering now, and let me know what you think about that bogo. Obviously, let's see. Yeah. Okay. So that Hikiman. Bam. So that's why Rensoku Waza it's so important. You want to come in and attack several times, and make sure that you always have the presence. Because like right there, he kind of like he attacked, but then he kind of gave up a little bit, and the other guy just capitalized on that with that Hikiman. Um, he, I mean, I can tell you that he was very confident on the way that he was standing. Yeah, and he also did like the he adjusted the angle like type of Kaishi. That this crazy. Uh, Human Factor, Antonio Hidalgo. Thank you. I think you messaged me, right? Like you want to see videos in Spanish. This week I'm posting my first video in Spanish. So yeah, stay tuned. Um, and I will be start doing streaming on Spanish as well at some point. Let me just get organized with that. And Orgot. Kaiteki, you got the Kaiteki 6G. It is a clarion leather and orisashi. Yeah, I think I really like the. And maybe this is something that we can I can make a video about. Maybe talk about it a little bit on the stream. But um, I prefer orisashi kote rather than leather kote. And the reason for that, I know they don't last as long, but number one, they're more comfortable. Number two, right now in Japan at least, I know like Ariga Sensei probably is like working it out, so like um, it's a little bit it's cheaper, like it's more affordable. But in Japan, they're very cheap to find orisashi kote with a synthetic leather. Now I'm a little bit picky with the synthetic leather, so I normally, if I get one with synthetic leather, at some point when they break, I'll just change it for deer skin, and go and work with that. um I don't know, let me know if you want to know more about that. Can we watch the infamous Brazil WKC USA versus Japan? Hmm. Okay, okay. Let me finish with this, and I think we can watch a little bit of that. I have nothing against that. That's awesome. Thank you for the suggestion. Well, let me see battery life of my camera. So, if we don't watch it today, I'll definitely put it for next week. Cause I don't want to cut on the halfway. So, yeah. How about that? I promise you for next week we'll do that one. Cause my camera will die pretty soon. Not pretty soon, but I don't want to have to cut that Shii in half. So yeah, I'm still figuring out the stream. I'm sorry, cause I need to have power for the camera and like power for the computer, and like it's not working out really well. Okay. Let me see. Oof. Okay. So this is that's why I say that Degote can be very risky, because that's what happens when you don't have the presence to go for Degote. I think if you hesitate for a millisecond on Degote, that's it. You're done. You're better off just getting out of the way rather than trying to go for that Kote. Um, so I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't know what was happening and what was going on through his head when he was doing that. But yeah, that's very risky. Let me go back a little bit to high school, because I noticed that we got caught up on the college kendo rather than high school. So I kind of want to make a comparison. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, come on! Like this thing with the commercials just keeps going. This is frustrating. Um, what I was gonna say, one thing. As some of you may know, if you've been following my channel for a little while, my Instagram, I was in Japan for about 5 months in total. Last During the last World Championship, so I was very lucky. I'm not gonna say that it was skill or anything. No, it was luck that I was able to practice in such diverse places, and I was lucky to practice literally from like little kids, like 6 7 years old, all the way to police and hachidan senseis and like corporate dojos. So I was extremely lucky. And one of the things that I clearly can tell you about high school kendo is that continuation of wasa, is that repetition of wasa. Hold on, let me just put the camera like this real quick. So that is one of the things that I kind of took over a lot in my own training when I came back to the US is that you have to practice consecutive waza. A lot of times when I was practicing, when we're doing Keiko in against high school, a lot of times I will score. I'm sorry, I have a little bit of a hiccup. I will score a nice ippon on a student, right, and then turn around for that student to come and hit me right away. And as much as I was like, oh wait, so then I was like, I need to change that mentality because the fight is not over. Like, just because I got that ippon, we're training. So that's one of the things that I really really appreciated from high school kendo, is that they put me on my place on that sense. You are practicing, use this time to practice as much as possible. Don't let your guard down, just keep going. And it's great practice. So I have to personally thank George McCall for letting me practice with his students, because that was just a great experience for me. As dead as I was practicing in the heat with no AC or fans, that was crazy. But Steve, I'm oh, okay. So if I am sorry. Like I'm okay. Steve, you're mentioning that I can get YouTube Red, so I can get rid of the ads. Okay, I didn't even know that that was a thing. I seen the whole thing about YouTube Red, but I didn't know um, that that's what it did. So I'll look into that. But you know what I did? I like while the commercial was going, I switched the camera, so I kind of like finessed it. So now we're back here. So yeah, for now, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finesse it that way, but I have to remember to put the audio back in, because yeah, I know you guys can hear, but I cannot hear it. But yeah, Steve, thank you. I'll definitely look into that. So I'm going to say this, and this is a personal opinion, is that watching coming down to like sit down to watching high school kendo, it doesn't do as much for me as it did for the college kendo. I think I find the college kendo a little bit more interesting because there's more communication between the kenshi. So that being said, that doesn't mean that there's nothing to learn from high school kendo. That's kind of the point I wanted to put. Excuse me. Ah, that's this. That's nasty push. Oh, nice approach. Okay, obviously it wasn't Nippon, right? But he came in with that man with confidence. He just said, "I'm coming in." Okay, let me play real quick because I like the approaches, and I seen this a lot when they practice and in high school, like when they're doing like their solo practice, is that they're practicing this type of footwork. One step to the right, coming for the man, kind of like throw your opponent off, and when he's fixing himself, coming for the man. There's different types of approach. I think that's that you see right, and then attack forward. He almost had him. He almost had him. So it definitely works. So that's something maybe you can think about using for your own kendo as well. Let's go back to college for a little bit about that. Oh, that was a great approach. My man said, "You know what? I'm coming in here. No, I'm coming in here. I'm coming. I came in for the Yakudo. Look, man. Oh, dude. Definitely will throw anyone off. Oh, let's watch that Koto real quick. Yeah, you see, so again, I think he went parallel with the Shinai. He went in an upward motion. Like, look, he he had to. I cannot stop it like so quick. So he adjusted, and then he brought the Shinai like in the same direction that he had him. So he had to be a little bit of an upward motion to then like stabilize. It's pretty cool. And nice tension too, you know, like always keeping pressure for the opponent. Oh wow, that is a very nice Kayashido. You see, and like you see the footwork on that one, like he went in with the left foot kind of like crossing over, like. So if you're gonna say that the Fumikomi, because again, I don't really use Fumikomi at that moment, but he he stepped forward with the right for the receiving, and then brought the leg forward with the strike. So yeah, that's something that nobody explained to me when I was a beginner. So I had a time of adaptation because I tried to do a Fumikomi with the strike. So it will throw off my Kaishido completely out of timing. So it took me a while to understand that those mechanics. Oh, them ads. So let me finesse a little bit of the other side. There we go. Yeah, don't say it, Steven. I know. I need to get that YouTube Premium. You see, I feel that, and you know what? I have a friend that he was telling me about a competition that he attended when he was in high school, and I am not lying, but what he mentioned, and he actually showed me a video. I'll probably contact him to see if he can send me a video. But if you see here in the high school matches, there's a lot of like stalemates of just like pushing in, pushing in, pushing in, pushing in. So obviously, students get really good at uh, blocking and not getting hit, and like messing up with the sanshin of the opponent, so that way they don't get the ippon. Actually, I think that's one of the easiest parts when you're in a match, right? Like uh, ruin ruin the ippon for the other person. So at this level of kendo, when there's so much pushing, so much like clashing, it kind of makes the match last longer and like be still like a little bit longer. More There's more fillers throughout the match. So um, what you want to progress is getting to the point where like you're actually having a conversation more from here and making a decision that's going to be an attack and a successful attack from here rather than have to push forward, come in, go back, push it, come back. So my friend was telling me about this match where it, like the last match, the final was hours, right? And then because it wasn't decided, they had to stop it and then resume the next day. And then the next day it was like also like, for a while. And the truth is that like when you come in, and you try to like you spend so much time, it kind of like the match becomes boring, and I don't know. There's nothing going on really in the match, and it becomes just like kind of stale. So sorry, I was a little bit eating time so I could finesse this part. Yes, Steven. I guess finessing works too, right? Okay. Oh, okay. That Hiki man. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna tell a little thing. When I was in Japan, I had three main goals, and I'll probably make a video about my trip to Japan and all the stuff that I learned over there. But oh, can you see me there? Sorry, I might like I don't know if I was out of frame. But okay, so um, when I was in Japan, I went in with three goals to improve, right? Because I knew if I just wanted to just like make it to general, it wouldn't really work. I wouldn't really get as much. So my things were to get a sharper hit, improve my footwork, and improve my hikiwasa. So I'm always like working on how to improve my hikiwasa and like what makes hikiwasa successful. And for me, one thing that I realize is that it starts on how to create that distance and understanding that hiki like suwaseria it's kaman. Now in this one, obviously he made the distance, he made the proper striking distance with space, and the other dude was just like completely fell asleep. Sorry, I guess I lost my train of thought. I didn't say this, but what really helped me improve my hikiwasa, because a lot of the problems that I see in myself and I see in many people when I do hikiwasa is not necessarily the moment of strike, but is the sanshin after, right? Like the footwork after. So understanding how to successfully do that footwork to go back with power and with presence and with good posture, I think that like that's gonna get you that ippon that much better than if you don't have that. I think that's very important. So that dude, that's why I said that, because that dude had very good um, sanshin. Oh, nice got it. And while I was in Japan, there were so many drills, so many situational drills, right? And it's for things just like this one. This guy, he couldn't have predicted that kote on the way back, right? Like that's something that you have to train and to be prepared for. So um, this guy, you can tell that he was ready to execute that wasa, to be on guard and to hit that kote on the way back, regardless where that kote was, like how high the kote was. That was just like awesome. Oh, that that crossing the this that yeah that. Let's watch this one. Okay, so let's see what happens here, because again, as I said, like I'm very interested on Jordan against Judan, right? The guy comes in forward, and I guess he was trying to go for ski at that point, and then he got hit and missed the ski. He tried to break the sanction after, but obviously didn't quite work out. Watch that one more time. Oh, nice, like that. Okay, let me. Yeah, I think this is. Okay, again, I like to see how people execute the man, so I'm gonna just break down this one a little bit. Um, White started to close the distance. Red, okay. I think at this point, like what made possible for Red to get that ippon is that he was already anchored forward. He tries to do this type of, I guess we're gonna call it semi, but I think this is very dangerous. And then he comes in forward after he picked himself back up. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'll be a little bit confused if I've seen this during a match. If I see someone drop that low, I kind of wish I had a better angle on the other side so I can see like what is he doing? Is he really just going down or stepping forward, right? But I'm guessing he's stepping forward because the left foot kind of adjusts forward, right? Now, this is. I'm going to try to make it as. Can I zoom in this here real quick? This is something that I need everybody to be very mindful because it happens to me, it happens to a lot of people, and I think this is a very important talking point, and it's that sometimes when you are on kamae, your left foot is not really supporting you, so it kind of like it does this little jitter that you're about to see right here. Look at this. Okay, right there. Oh, you couldn't. Okay, hold on. You couldn't really see it because it was out of frame. Let me see. I don't know if you notice that left foot, it kind of like steps back before he uses it to push forward. Look. I guess when I zoom it in, it's not easy to see. Here, it's out of frame. Let me see. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that if you haven't seen it from yourself, you've probably seen it with somebody else. Is that maybe you're in kamae, and then instead of pushing with the left to go forward, kind of like the left foot and even sometimes even the right foot at the same time kind of get out of the place to kind of get anchored and then go forward. That's something that you need to train to work against. And let me get the lights on. Okay. I think that's something that is very important to train because it will save you time to just be ready and go forward. I think if you get stuck into like that motion back to go forward, that's dangerous and you'll take time away. So let's watch one more ippon, and I think we'll move on to the next thing I kind of want to mention. Degote. Okay, on that one, he kind of like didn't step. I'm still breaking it down, right? Let me see if I can make it even slower. Yeah, I can. Okay. I can make it. Okay. He. And that's something that. Okay. Let me just play one more time. Okay, so I think this is the same dude that we've seen in the previous fight, right? Like you see, like how he steps forward, and bringing himself down. Uh, I done this, and now understand what he's doing. He's trying to put himself into a position where he's gonna push forward and just be faster to go forward, but it kind of like it's very risky because it limits his reach, and if he pulls the trigger a little bit too soon and the person kind of is able to like step back, then it's pretty much gonna be like it's gonna be harder for him to adapt to that situation. So it's a good trap, I guess, but also if he misses, it's very dangerous. But right here, I kind of want you to see when he hits the kote, look what's happening with the feet, because I think that's what gives him the ippon, right? It's the fact it's not just hands. So from there, And that's something that I picked up, that I understood when I was in Japan, is the fact that you can do Fumikomi in place, right? And then adapt your footwork, especially at this level. They're really good at showing Sanshin to get the Ippon. But you can do Fumikomi in place, and the Fumikomi should drive you towards the place where you're going. Like, it should push you, it should pull you towards the place you're going. Um, because you want to do more than just hit the kote with the hands. You want to make sure you show the body and give that extra uh, pop with your body. Um, Leave me in the comments which one is your favorite technique to watch and to execute, right? Because I think that's very important. I think it says a lot about your kendo, what techniques you like, and which way you're going for your technique. I made a promise already. I said that next week I'm going to show the Brazil WKC USA versus Japan. We'll break it down. What do you guys think about this format of taking time, watching some videos, just break them down? What are some of the benefits you see from this? I don't know. You enjoy it? Let me know. One thing that watching these videos that I learned from today for me is that I noticed that high school maybe has a little bit more aggressive kendo when it comes to the semi part. Maybe a little bit reckless, but they're always ready for the next waza. So they compensate that recklessness with that aggression and with that readiness for doing multiple waza. In college, I seen a little bit more control, but I also seen more diversity. So I think adapting it to myself, I need to make sure that I work into being able to execute several wasas in case I have an opponent that it's aggressive, like the high school players. But also, I got to be able to be in a good position, footwork wise, body wise, in order to control my opponent and make that opening, right? Because one of the biggest difference that I've seen from today's videos is that in the high school kids weren't really making the opening. They were taking advantage of the opening there. And in college, you can see, or university, you can see a little bit more effort of making that opening. I think if you compare it to the Dan level that they're going to have at that point in high school, I think the top level they'll probably have is Sandan. And when in college, they're gonna be going up to Yondan, or like maybe Sandan Yondan, right? I don't think Godan it's in college and university anymore. Maybe at Godan they're already out of college. But one of the things that for Yondan you're going to need, obviously, is show seme and the understanding seme. So I think that learning from those two areas are essential in order to progress our kendo. The reason why I chose this two specifically are because, again, most people that I meet in US, South America, are between those ranks, Shodan, Nidan, Sandan, Yondan, right? We don't have that many Godans and above, especially in South America. In US, we have a few, we have several, but they're not that many, right? Compared, obviously, to Japan. So I feel that maybe the Keiko between high school and college was going to be maybe a little bit more relatable to the skill level, to the down level, because obviously skill level can vary. You can, they definitely have different skills that we do over here. Let me know what you think. Let me know what some of the benefits maybe you got from this videos. I really always want to hear your comments and know what's going on through your head. If you have any suggestions of some of the things that you would like to see on the stream, let me know. One idea that I have is maybe I want to be able to have someone talking while I'm doing the stream. So maybe having someone as a guest, maybe like a Zoom meeting or maybe Discord or something like that. I can make that work, just to kind of start getting to know people, start getting in touch with each other. I don't want to also stream too often because I don't want to overwhelm you with notifications and stuff. So let me know if you think one stream it's enough, or maybe you should go bump it up. Again, I'm gonna be streaming every Sunday at 3:30, and my videos are gonna be coming out Thursday, Fridays for the English side. I'm going to do some Spanish. I think on Tuesday I'll probably be posting the Spanish one, and I'll see if I can pick up some of the what's it called, sorry, I lost my train of thoughts because I read Kogo, I just read your comment about the music. Thank you very much. If you want the link, I can leave it down below. It's free streaming music. I think it's Harris Heller playlist, so it's free. You can go and download it and listen it for yourself. Or in Spotify. Yeah, you can do Spotify. Yeah. Anyways, so let me know what are some of your thoughts on this. I want to not only help Kendo progress and get better and make people improve their Kendo, but I also want to make Kendo a little bit more popular. So if we can find ways to, showcase Kendo to people that are not really interested in Kendo yet or don't even know what Kendo is, I'll welcome your suggestions, because I think that's like my goal right now. Just help improve Kendo and help Kendo be a little bit more popular than it is right now. Anyways, thank you. I think that's gonna be it for today. Next week I'm going to be doing USA versus Japan. I think I'm also gonna show you some of my crazy Ippon collection that I have on my computer that I just recently found. So maybe that will be that will be a little bit interesting for you to watch. Thank you, Human Factor. See you soon. Okay, you're pretty late in Spain, so yeah. Have a good night, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Stay tuned for my videos. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate all the support and all the talk. I will be making a video soon about the swords from Ibogu now that I think they're pretty cool, and I just got in today. So again, thank you, Ibogu, for sending me this sword, and I will give you a thorough review about it coming up pretty soon. So again, thank you very much. You guys have a good night. I'll catch you in the next video. And Zoom meetings. Yeah, Zoom meetings will be fun. What about games? Okay, hold on. I knew I said I was leaving, but how about games? How about maybe like we can play a game, and then like just have the chat go through the computer, and that, I don't know. Would that be cool? Would that be fun? Would you guys watch it? Like, you think like maybe we can make, that's how we can hook people up into Kendo. They don't know about Kendo. They think they're watching a game, and then they get hooked on Kendo because like, okay, I don't know. Let me know what you think. That will be interesting to see. Anyways, really thank you very much for watching the stream, watching my videos. Please, if you haven't subscribed and shared these videos, and I'm really happy with the growth of my channel lately, and it's all because of you. So again, thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Okay, bye bye.